Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with another video. In this video, I am going to tell you 5 things that make Linux better than Windows. Starting off at number 1, Linux is inherently more secure, as by default, you're a standard user, not an administrator, so this reduces the chance of malware or viruses being able to grant access to your system. Also, Linux is a more security-focused OS, whereas Windows, Mac OS, iOS and Android are all tied into the scheme of collecting your data, because Microsoft, Apple and Google are behind these OSs, whereas with Linux, it is open to everyone and anyone, and it is not owned or controlled by a corporation, although that excludes Ubuntu, because it is run by Canonical. Number 2, Linux is far less prone to malware, viruses, trojans, and other nasties. When compared to Windows, Linux is far less able to be exploited, hacked, or compromised, as the OS is on a different architecture, meaning that most scripts with malintent are written for PC, less so for Mac OS, and next to nothing for Linux. This is also due to the market share for Linux being extremely small, only capturing 2% of desktop market share. However, Linux is the dominant OS for servers and workstations. Number 3, you have tons of variety. Unlike the closed-source nature of Microsoft Windows and Apple's Mac OS, Linux is open to anyone and everyone, and as a result, some people have developed their own distributions of Linux, that is based on already existing Linux distributions. For example, Linux Mint is based on Ubuntu, which in turn is based on Debian. This also means that a ton of interfaces exist for different distributions. For instance, Linux Mint uses a desktop interface known as Cinnamon, whereas Ubuntu uses one called Unity, and others, such as GNOME, XFCE, and Mate are also official desktop environments. The environments even support FreeBSD, an OS very similar to Linux. Number 4. You have total control of your PC. With Microsoft and Apple, you are expected to let them know everything about your machine, including the things you use it for. Linux does not force you to send telemetry data to a big corporation, and even though Ubuntu is developed under Canonical, they do not force you to pay for the Pro version, or send any kind of data to them. Basically, the choice is yours, as to whether or not you want them knowing anything about your PC. And finally, at number 5, Linux is completely free to download. That's right, Linux is completely free to download, and there are no requirements to purchase a separate product key, or register with a large corporation, and best of all, minimal to no bloatware exists in the world of Linux. This is also the reason Linux is better for older machines, because it uses nowhere near the amount of RAM and other resources that Windows does. So, that is 5 reasons as to why Linux is better than Windows, or Mac OS. I will make a video in future on the downsides of using Linux, but for now, that's it for this video folks. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, and do be sure to give my videos a thumbs up, it would be much appreciated, and do enable notifications, so that you won't miss out on any future videos. Okay, bye for now.